This is 7 National News. In our top story, implementing the directives of UAE President, His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, His Highness General Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi and Deputy Supreme Commander of the UAE Armed Forces, has ordered the distribution of 412 houses and 622 plots of land to citizens. The completion of the new houses comes within the framework of the intensive follow-up by His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, National Security Advisor, Vice Chairman of Abu Dhabi Executive Council and Chairman of the Abu Dhabi Housing Authority, to establish housing projects for citizens according to the highest standards and provide advanced infrastructure. The housing distributed among citizens includes 28 modern units in Al Falah in Abu Dhabi, in addition to 384 houses in the Western region. Her Excellency Sheikh Lubna bin Al Qasimi, Minister of Development and International Cooperation and President of Zayed University, has affirmed the UAE's continued interest in promoting its cooperation with all countries of the world. Her Excellency Sheikh Lubna noted the distinguished relations between the UAE and the Kingdom of Norway when she received the Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs in Norway, Morten Hogland, and the delegation accompanying him. She expressed hope that relations between the two countries would witness further cooperation and exchange of common interests. She stressed that efforts between the two countries were moving positively, especially at the level of supporting the efforts of the international development and delivery of humanitarian assistance to the victims of humanitarian crises and disasters in all parts of the world, especially the joint cooperation for the crisis in Syria. For his part, the Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs of Norway commended the role played by the UAE in its response to international humanitarian crises. As part of the Dubai municipality's efforts to make the emirate a green paradise by 2025, 6 billion dirhams has been earmarked for landscaping and irrigation network in Dubai, according to officials at the municipality. Assistant Director General of the DM, Saleh Abdul Rahman Amiri, who is in charge of the Environment and Public Health Services sector, said over 3 billion dirhams would be spent on improving and expanding the irrigation network by 2025, which would boost landscaping projects. A stronger irrigation network is key to maintaining sustainable landscape projects. Amiri added that there are challenges with sustainable landscaping, with water being the main problem. Meanwhile, Talib Abdul Karim Julfa, director of the department, said that along with improving the irrigation network, the civic body is also trying to reduce the demand on water for landscaping, with the municipality spending about 300 million dirhams yearly for soft landscaping, which includes maintaining small parks and roadside landscapes. An investment of 3 billion dirhams is expected to see the desert city bloom in the next 10 years. Passengers in the rear seats of cars will now have to wear their seat belts, according to Major General Mohammed Saif Al-Zafin, head of the Federal Traffic Council and Assistant Commander-in-Chief of the Dubai Police for Operations. According to a local report, Major General Al-Zafin said that the council during its last meeting approved the new law, and violating drivers would be fined 400 dirhams and issued 4 black points. He said the new focus on wearing seatbelts was attributed to a rise in injuries and deaths among people who sit in the back seats of vehicles. He added that the police would evaluate the new rule according to the age of passengers and how tall they are. By 2020, Egypt aims to welcome 2.5 million tourists, generating an income of about $25 billion. In an effort to jumpstart this goal, Egyptian Minister of Tourism Hisham Zazou said that they aim to revive the high number of tourists from the Gulf into the northern African country beginning this month. On the sidelines of the ATM, the official said they closed 2013 with 9.5 million visitors. However, this figure isn't as good as they expected, since the incidents that took place last year led to the decline in visitors' numbers. 70% of foreign visitors are comprised of Europeans due to their close proximity. Arabs only accounted for 20%. With stability improving in Egypt, he said they welcomed more than 2 million tourists during the first quarter of 2014. To further sustain this, the Ministry of Tourism launched its campaign Wahashtuna, which means in Arabic, we miss you. Meanwhile, negotiations are ongoing with UAE-based airlines to launch flights to Sharm el-Sheikh and Harwada.
We're using this is that the Emiratis, for instance, last year were less by 50% than the year before. So we're looking forward with the very special, strong offers that we are offering in the marketplace. Let's say from the Gulf area, from Saudi Arabia, it starts at $400 US round trip air plus 3 nights at a 5-star hotel is a very good rate. 450 from Riyadh, I expect between 450 and 500 from the Emirates, from Dubai or from Abu Dhabi to Egypt. We have fantastic resorts like Hurghada and Sharm el-Sheikh. Last year, these resorts attracted 70% of the business. More than 6 million, approximately 7 million people came over to these places.
Meanwhile, Oman is poised for one of the strongest global growth rates in the tourism sector in the coming years, according to the World Travel and Tourism Council. Its annual report states that the travel and tourism sector has contributed 2,078.6 million Omani riyals, or 6.4% to the country's total GDP last year, and is expected to go up by 9.4%. In 2013, Oman welcomed 2.1 million visitors, and officials say they intend to increase this number further and position the country as a well-known global tourism destination.
We have 3 important hotels are just to be opened now. We have one in the Green Mountain, Alila 5-star hotel. We have another hotel in Musandam called Atana Hotel. And we have Rotana Hotel in Salala with 400 rooms. Those hotels will be an added value for tourism in Oman. Nowadays we have approximately 14,000 rooms. We are hoping to increase this number to reach approximately over 30,000 rooms by 2022. Oman is a country with a very diverse products and tourism attractions. We have the history, we have the nature and culture, we have the mountains, and there are many activities can tourists do. Hiking, caving, biking, diving. You can do whatever you think you want to do, you can do it in Oman, except of course maybe skiing.
Finally this evening, the Sharjah Museum Department has announced the opening of a new exhibition at the Sharjah Archaeology Museum, titled From Site to Museum, The Journey of an Archaeological Artifact. The exhibition, which will run from the 7th of May till the 7th of September, is intended to connect visitors to Sharjah's history by educating them about the archaeological process that takes place from the moment an ancient artifact is unearthed at a site to the time it is displayed at the museum. In Sharjah, advancements in archaeological technology have helped researchers to discover artifacts, proving that human beings lived in the region as far back as 125,000 years ago, which is the oldest proof of human life within the UAE's borders. Multiple sites have been discovered in the emirate over the past 40 years, and as a result, the museum currently houses around 90,000 rare artifacts, including currency and jewellery. This current exhibition has been curated with the intention of connecting the Emirates' current residents to all those who lived and thrived in Sharjah before them.
The importance of this exhibition actually is because we are trying to bring the rules and the steps that we have, the archaeological team and the museum staff trying to study the objects, conserve the objects, and trying at the same time how these objects came to the display. So this is basically the target and the importance of the exhibition. And the other things we have to tell you about this exhibition. This exhibition is targeting university students, school children, at the same time the community itself. The exhibition has been requested by many other United Arab Emirates museums. So inshallah, this will be traveling exhibition here in the place for the next 2 years, and we are looking forward to see something, for the community, how they will participate in this exhibition from the important exhibition that has been found from the 2 important archaeological sites such as Mleha and Muelih. So basically, this is the idea of the exhibition and the time.